Greetings everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Skyrim. We left off with me about to go into the Ragged Flagon to join the Thieves Guild, or, well, to get the main story along anyway, because that's what we have to do.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over
Wasn't there
here.
somebody supposed to be following me around the city? I don't know where she went off to. But anyway, let's get this over with. That reminds me, I still need to level up. More health is always nice. No, not conjuration. I think I'm just gonna go with persuasion, because I like telling people what to do. And it's not like I'm doing bad anything else.
I don't know, Droff. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
You worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
Okay, okay.
I'm going to check the entrance to the Ratway. Be right back.
He's gonna check the entrance. Hello? Don't mind me, I'm just hiding out.
What was that?
That didn't
I
work.
knew it! Weren't expecting that, were you?
You didn't know
We are
nothing.
routed! Fall back!
Sorry about that, dude. I'm not the most stealthy individual to enter this area. You don't have anything I could use. Oh yeah, that's right. I lost my favorite weapon. Sad. You didn't? Oh. Interesting how I'm fighting on my knees. I didn't mean to do that. Wow, that light is bright. Whoa. No, I do not have night vision on. Perhaps I should put on darker nights or darker dungeons of climates of Tamriel. been a while since I've been down here. I'm gonna get lost. Do I really gotta jump down? Guess I do. Hello? As if they would think that people wouldn't notice that. Isn't there a dude to fight in here somewhere? A big guy with fists or something? What detected me? Was it that rat? Why didn't it come and attack me?
Someone there?
Ah, yeah, this is the room.
Is someone there?
Yes? Your fists are nothing. Ow. I step on traps like it's nothing. Hmm. Well, this is a lovely little area. Apart from the axe with the bloody tree stump. Kind of weird.
Is someone there?
Maybe. I like how it says his name is Lowlife. Goodbye, Lowlife. No, I wasn't dissing you. That's just your name, apparently. Pickpocket increased. Okay, that leads back out. I guess I could have used this door to skip all that crap I just did. Yep. That kinda hurts. Oh well, whatever. I got rid of some riffraff, so it's all good, right? Here we are. Oh, it's stealing, is it? Wow, that's really pretty. Look at that water. Oh, hello. You don't have a name?
Now get out of my way.
The Ragged Flagon even has its own little sign.
Give it up, Renio. Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before.
Vex, give an old man a chance. Why don't you? I know I may have a few years under my belt, but that doesn't mean we can't have some fun. Believe me, I can show you a thing or two. Quit playing hard to get. I saw how you blushed when Dirge started reading from the lusty Argonian maid. You're a firebrand, and we all know it. Take me up on my offer and stop playing the tough girl. We all know the toughest ones are the softest on the inside. Delvin.
Quit
Oh,
kidding
really?
yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
So you must be Vex.
Dying breeding? Well, what do you call that then?
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do? You need advice? Talk to Brynjolf. I got better things to do.
But I need to see you about the unusual
You need
gym
advice?
thing.
Talk to Brynjolf. I got better things to do.
Fine, whatever.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
Well, you shouldn't doubt me.
Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize.
Indeed I am.
Now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me?
Deadbeats. What
They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways.
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Kirava, Percy Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization.
Get out of my way.
Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business.
I understand.
Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. Helga is a devout follower of Gabella and dotes over the statue to the divine that she keeps at the bunkhouse. Use it as leverage, and she'll cave. Kirava's stubborn, but she's got a soft spot for family. Talk to Talon Jay at the Bee and Barb, and see if you can get something out of him. They're well acquainted, if you catch my meaning. He's as pig-headed a man as you'll ever find. The key is that ugly dwarven urn in his shop. Smash that thing to bits and he'll change his attitude. Yeah, I bet I know your guy. He's hiding out in the Ratway Warrens, paying us good coin for nobody to know about it.
Hey, Ton, you shouldn't cheat on Vekel. He's a good guy.
I'll be here when you're done.
Come on, everyone knows about you and Brynjolf.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here.
Have anything for us yet?
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Got a lot of nerve coming down. People tend to get hurt in the rat.
Last person who made trouble for Veckel.
A warning by Delvin. Master of sneaking, huh? If I ever catch you trying to sneak a peek at me while I'm bathing in the lake again, I'll cut off your most valuable asset. Vex. So apparently Dirge
Ended
and
up with a
Vex
smashed head.
having a little confrontation there. Timely offer by Delvin. Or no, by Tildaway. Delvin's the guy he's talking to. I have a full score of glass arrows coming in. If you want a piece, I'll sell them to you for my cost. I need to keep the merchandise moving, or else that bitch might catch on to our operation. If you want them, they'll be stashed under the docks in the usual place. I'll check back with you in a week.
Veckel
Treasure.
doesn't like strangers snooping around the flagon.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
Can I talk to you now?
I'm not here to hold your hand. Figure this one out for yourself.
No. You're no help. No help at all. It's a nice little spot to come have tea. Or whatever it is they drink down here.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay.
Oh, you. You're the one that changes people's faces, huh?
Sure, Tug.
Yes, I once practiced my art in the salons and manners of Tamriel's great and good. Now the scum of Skyrim are my only clients. But no matter, the greatest artists are never recognized in their own time. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I have not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons in Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world.
Okay.
All right then.
Yeah, I'm fine with my appearance, thank you.
Greetings.
Who are you?
Its footsteps are like thunder, scaring the dust and making the floor scream for mercy. Knives already knows the visitor is not a cat.
There's a cat right over there. Have you seen that cat?
It develops bad habits, being noisy one day and quiet the next. Knives thinks it is best to always walk softly, so that stealth is as natural as breath.
You're probably right. But I'm not that much of a thief.
It is not a Khajiit, so it depends on its eyes. It can only see what's in front, but knives hear. 20 paces to the east, a thief scratches his ears. 50 paces further, a beggar sighs and counts his coins. 2 stories above, a couple says their vows, while underneath in the catacombs, a widow weeps for her husband. But that is not all it does not see, for when its eyes look, then its mind knows. A second of time sits between looking and knowing. When it looks with its eyes, it can only see the past. But Knives hears the guard approaching, the mark falling into a deep sleep. The cat hears the mind knows, minutes before anything is seen. Its eyes can only see the past, but Knives' ears know the future.
You know, talking to this guy makes me want to create a Khajiit character of my own and be like a mage Khajiit.
True, they say the Khajiit are born into the guild. Knives thinks he was born an assassin, raised a prowler, and adopted by thieves. Knives was the last of a litter of 3 and slew the one who gave birth to him. From that day, his fur was marked with blood. Many would say the same, if not for the mane on his back. It runs crimson, while his father's wear grey. It was an ill omen, and Knives' father was a superstitious cat. The very sight of this one threw him into a rage. None more so than on the anniversary of his wife's death. On those days, Knives learned to stay on his toes, and sometimes walk on them. On those nights, he would wander the village sands, waiting for the new sun to warm them. He was drawn to the back alleys, and the aroma of the moon. If he was tired or hungry, he warmed his way through the crowd outside the skooma huts, picking the pockets of those who had one too many.
Wow. You had a rough childhood, buddy.
Only one night, he picked the wrong pocket. It belonged to a servant of Sithis. Knives did not know this Sithis, but he feared the wrath of his father, and the servant offered another kind of penance. He convinced Knives he was right side up, when in truth he was upside down. Knives did not know this, because the cat always landed on his feet. To heed the call of the Black Sacrament, and to young Knives, taking a life was no different than stealing a coin. No, it was even better. Razir raised Knives to believe his destiny was to be an assassin, that his body was tainted with the desire for blood. Young Knives was eager to please his mentor, so he killed without remorse. He would have kept killing if Razir paid him what he was worth. Some say Knives should not have betrayed Razir, but it was Knives who was betrayed first. But why kill him? Well, it was easier for Knives to murder his mentor than to tell him no.
Is this, interesting NPC, I wonder? Sure has a lot of dialogue.
Knives steals for the guild and carves those shadow marks in the doors that have none. On some occasions, he will even cook. Usually, Knives saves his talents for special meals, like when an enterprising thief steals a vintage wine or a barrel of imported delicacies. In fact, Knives' fondest memory is the day a disgruntled fisherman sold to Nelia a crate of fresh meringar. 'Tis a rare fish that inhabits the Sea of Coasts, a week's voyage from the coast. Knives prepared the fillet with chives, parsley, and a drop of lemon, and served it with a side of fresh tomatoes. The walls of this sewer drank in that aroma for weeks. Not a single complaint could be heard in the flagon. Even Nerun managed to keep his mouth silent. Ah, that was a good time to be Knives. Knives did not part from his childhood on good terms. and was forced to flee. Senchal, to the south, promised good loot, but the Tenmar forest is unforgiving to those who are not seasoned warriors. So he went north, roaming the savannas and playing the role of common burglar. North he continued to travel, a stranger in strange lands. He had followed the water until he reached the Imperial City. There, the pockets were stingy and the locks highly irritable. They grew angry at the slightest touch, and Knives wondered if he should return to Elsewhere, where every lock knew his name. That was when Bandar smiled upon him and granted him another path. Knives found a book labeled Shadow Marks, and it made promises of easy loot. Even its eyes fails it. Has it not noticed the marks carved onto the door frame?
I have noticed those
Or
marks.
perhaps it has yet to decipher them. Shadow Marks is the key, providing new and visiting thieves a guide to the coffers of Skyrim. The Shadow Mark allows thieves to speak through time and communicate what lies behind each door. Knives' ears can tell him the future, but they cannot hear the past. These Shadow Marks, they tell him a bit of both.
I still don't get it. What do they mean?
Azir told this one he was an assassin of the Dark Brotherhood, a remnant of the Corinthi Sanctuary in Elsewhere. The sanctuary had been shut down by the Black Hand, and without a guild or disciple, he said he wished to pass on his knowledge. He taught this Khajiit the tools of the trade, mostly how to listen, how to find a single sound in a cacophony of noise. A whisper in a tavern, a rattle of a coin purse, a footstep in a crowd. So much information in a single step.
A cacophony, huh?
The step conveyed where a person was, where he was headed, and how anxious he was to get there. Yet it was not all Knives was taught. Razir showed this Khajiit how to read, how to charm, and even how to cook.
What are you talking about?
Yes, there are people in life who will do everything to help one succeed,
Everyone's wrong.
and those who will use him for their own success. It turns out, these people look exactly the same.
I can understand that.
There are very strong personalities in the guild. Knives prefers this, so that he may operate unnoticed. Vex, Sapphire, and Tonelia remind Knives of the Pamar rat, loyal but fearsome. Delvin and Viper love to talk, while Vigel and Brynjolf are eager to listen. Dirge and Thrin are the muscle, and they will not hesitate to flex. Rune's past is a curiosity, but one that seems to have no answer. Sinrik has been with the guild longer than most, yet he lacks the qualities to lead. If there is one it should avoid, it is the Bosmer, Nirun. That one is more spoiled than Sibi Blackbriar. His palate is used to fine cheeses and wines, and complains that everything here tastes like cat urine. Knives might have something to do with that. Knives does not like complainers, nor does he enjoy losing a bet. Not so. For a true thief, attracts no attention. Knives sought out Delvin and used the shadow marks to guide him. There was one mark of great interest to Knives. Two circles intersecting a diamond. The mark of the protected. Knives found such a mark on the barrel of a house near Solitude. It belonged to a Thane named Eriku. A Thane of such importance would have valuables locked in a safe, along with documents that tied him to certain parties.
So, the shadow marks tell that that NPC has something special that the Thieves Guild wants? Is that how it works?
Everyone knows about it.
If they mark a building, it means that person has something valuable to steal? I guess that's what it's saying.
It was a good omen. While Locks asked Knives to listen to the dance of tumblers to convince a safe to open, he need only listen for its heartbeat. In fact, Knives was almost out the door when his legs felt heavy as bricks. His toes tingled, and soon they lost all feeling. It seems both his ankles had been struck by an ice spike from Erika's personal wizard.
Ouch.
The wizard called the guards and woke the Thane. There had been reports of a thief in the area, and the guards speculated Knives was the culprit. Knives did not protest. He simply recommended that the Thane first check the contents of the safe before making such a hasty decision. He glanced curiously at the wizard before rushing back upstairs. When he returned, he screamed at the guards to let Knives free. "This Khajiit is my honored guest," he railed. "And if you so much as damage even a whisker, I will have every single one of your heads." The guards released Knives and left the residents shaking their heads. The wizard, confused, turned to his master. "I thought the safe was emptied yesterday," he said, "to help pay for last night's fete." "Not anymore," the Thane replied, tossing a gem to the wizard, "for our guest has been kind enough to fill it."
Okay.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
You're a good storyteller, Knives. Thank you for that long, long story. He had a lot to say. Well, that's it for this episode.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Come back later, and I may have some work for you.
Okay.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here.
I think what I'm going to do is
What is it?
continue onward to completing the main story. And doing the main quest. Holds of Skyrim. Did I already? I can't tell anymore if I already looked at a book. Because the book mod hasn't been entirely accurate on books that I've looked at before. No, I don't want to steal from the Thieves Guild. That wouldn't be very friendly of me. But yeah. I'm gonna cut the video off here. And we will continue looking for Esben in the next part. So till next time, everyone, take care and have a lovely day.